my channel, everybody. And if you're new to this channel, I'm Dark Legend, and you guys can call me Dark. Amazing, outstanding support from all my subscribers on YouTube, my followers from TikTok, my viewers, and everybody that's been liking my videos so far, man. Thank you so much. I am grateful from the bottom of my heart. But today, we're going to be talking about how we have 5 tips that's helped me get my game at Fortnite better. And these tips are genuine tips that could definitely help you in any sort of game mode, including Battle Royale, Reload, Blitz, whatever other game you're going to play at Fortnite. This is definitely going to help you no matter what, hands down. So how about we get right into it and let's get this game popping. You know what time it is. It's time to lock in. Tip number 1. I'm going to explain movement and utilities that could enhance your movements. So the number 1 thing I want to actually get straight off the point, it's stamina, right? So if you notice, when you run, your stamina goes, man, it goes fast, right? It goes fast, especially if you're running, right? Your stamina is going down. Right now, it seems like it's going a little bit slower than usual because I got a boon, but it usually does go down, right? So boom, that's that, right? I just wanted you guys to see this. All right. So difference is when you're running, right? You're running and you're jumping. You see the chunk it takes from your stamina. That it's a good thing to run and jump, but while you're in the middle of battle, okay? Right now, my stamina looks like it's a little bit enhanced because of the fact that I actually have an A boon, and I'm actually A rank right now, and I finally got some shocks. It took me a while, but that's something that I wanted to cover with you guys. So I think something better for you guys to learn when you're going across the map or before you even encounter a battle or you're about to fight somebody 1v1, right? Is to learn how to run and slide. Run and slide. You see how much stamina it actually saves you? Like, compared to this, you see that? Keep doing this, it's no good, right? No good, no bueno, right? So you rather be sliding, right? And even when you're running away from an opponent, when you're trying to recover from a battle, right? I think it's very important to learn the slide move, especially if you're fighting back, right? It will save you more energy. And if you have to jump, like to try to break a camera or an angle or something and to try to like skip something, then it's 1 second, guys. Right? So I think that's very important, right? So right now, see, I got an opponent coming to me right now, and I'm just straight sliding just to conserve my stamina. So like that, when it's time for me to encounter him and we look at each other face to face, right? I have enough stamina to run with, because it sucks when you're like in the middle of a battle and you're like running, and because since you ran to try to like right, so you want to conserve your stamina to try to be your best situational possible to save your stamina to when you're confronting a 1v1 against somebody. So that's very important. So I'd rather you jump, slide through the map, than rather jump, then sprint and jump, and you already seen how much that actually takes. You see how much that? I'd rather not that. So if I didn't have that boon, it would have took massive stamina for me, and that's not good, right? Okay, so another thing that I want to actually get into, which enhances your movement, right? It will be shockwaves. Shockwaves is the best, either the one of the best or the best. In my opinion, it's gonna be the best utility and movement for either escaping, or movement across the map, right? So it could be offense, it could be defense, and which is awesome, right? And guys, let's take a little take here, right? Let's take a little take here, man. I'm in top 5 right now, and let's see what's up. If we can take this W live for you guys here, man. Would have messed the remote. you increase your, so that's another trick too, right? So when you're using your movement, right, and your stamina, and let's say for example you ran out of stamina, you want to stay constantly moving. You don't want to just stay in one spot or like just walk around. You want to like move, slide up. See how that's saving your stamina? It doesn't use your stamina. So that's another thing that could definitely help you. So if I use this and I'm just sliding with it, right, watch, I'll show you guys right now, right? And then I automatically go into my slide position. It saves you stamina, and it increases your yards, your floor, right? So that's one of the things I wanted to I've definitely been working on, because I feel like I was horrible at that. While recording a video. Whoa! What a crown royale, man. But you see, just all the stamina that I was using, I was conserving my stamina just to manage myself to be able to always be constantly moving, right? So the next tip that I want to use, and you guys can see it a little bit, what I did literally live, me winning this, let's go ahead and run it back, literally winning this game was so that's the next thing I want to talk about, right? So as you guys can see, I was talking about that. I did it live in front of you guys. I think personally, shockwaves, the hammer, a bunch of different utilities that can actually help you and improve your enhance and improve your movement, right? So when you enhance your abilities, when you enhance your movement with your stamina, with utility, man, it's insane. So let's give you an example. Since I got 4 shockwaves and I'm here, and this is the perfect spot since I'm running away. So let's go ahead and Pinthos right here. You throw and see how much it takes you. Boom. Takes you about 41 meters, right? So this and shockwave, it takes you hella far, man. And now that I got the Eradicator exotic, you know what it is. It's time for game over. Okay, tip number 2. All right, this is what I wanted to definitely show you guys. A lot of people think that driving a car is amazing, right? Of course, has extra shield, especially if you have a truck SUV compared to a regular car. But I personally like the SUV. I mean, the actual car. My bad. I'm sorry. I like the car better because you only have to press one button to go to the right, to go to the passenger seat, and you can shoot and recover back to driving. Compared to an SUV, you have to tap like 4 times. Me, especially that I play with a remote, you have to tap like 4 times just to try to get back there. And obviously, you know, if you're an SUV person, then by all means, it's your game style, your play style, you know what I'm saying? But just make sure to do it fast. But what I wanted to show you guys is when you're literally in the middle of battle with a car, it's so important to use your car as a shield. And what I mean by that is, I'll show you right now before this storm gets me. Let me get back into the circle, and I'm back to top 5. You know the vibes. And I hope I can show you guys a little bit what I mean by car protection. So you see how this guy is shooting me here? Make sure I stop here. No. And I get out on this side to protect me. You see? Yeah, excuse me. Sorry, man. We're back to top 3. And so you see how what I did? Oh, crap. Oh, no. You see that? Sprinting into the shockwave. Sprinting into the shockwave takes you so far, and it helps you enhance your movement to try to escape out of any sticky situation, since he was in a better zone than me. But you see how I used the car? I got out on the same side to protect me, rather than getting out on the other side to be closer to my opponent, right? And those are tricks that can help you peak down in the long game. And of course, when you obviously, like I showed you just a couple seconds ago, when you encounter, right, you want to make sure that you use your car at all costs, right? So if you're moving, you can actually go in there, actually aim out, right? I don't know what's going on with Fortnite lately that it doesn't allow you to aim out the car, but you aim out, you use your car, especially if you're on this, let's say for example, like if I'm driving and the opponent is on that side where I'm driving at, right? You will want to switch over here and then get out the car to use the car for cover. You know what I mean? So like that, it won't hit you. You'll be able to, you know, right peek him, you know what I mean? And it's so, man, it saved me so many battles to just learn how to do that, instead of like being on the car side and the guy is literally like, hold up 1 second, see, it's so much of a habit, right? It being right, let's say for example he's right there, right? So boom, right, wherever the mark is at, that's where my opponent is at. Rather than me coming out the car over here, he will still have a clear shot, right, to hit me. But no, we know better now. So we're in the car, we switch over to the passenger side, we come out to the side, and we aim and we shoot to try to eliminate our opponent. And that is tip number 2 that's helped me get better at the game. That has helped me win so many battles, has helped me though, man, enhance my movement as well. So all these tips that I'm going to show you today, it definitely enhances your movement and gets your gameplay and your game sense better, right? Okay, tip number 3. I will say the best tip for me that I've learned to actually acknowledge the fact that I've gotten better at the game is actually learning the map, right? Learning the map is so important, dude. Just for the fact that, like that, you will know where to land for exact loot, where to land for exact loot, where to go to get real good loot. Actually, it's so important to start off with some good loot, at least decent, to keep you in the game, keep you alive longer, you know. And learning your map, you will learn how to maneuver around the map, right? So let's say for example, if you learn the map and you know where you're at now and you're in a battle, you know how to use your covers, use your buildings to enable to actually fight better against your opponent, right? So yeah, that's definitely a game changer right there. Learning the map, it's amazing. And of course, knowing your map allows you to know where are certain things, right? So for example, just using your map, okay, well, let's go here to go get the new medallions out in this new season. And if you guys haven't seen my first video, go ahead, check that out if you want to learn what each medallion does. And this is for people that are new to Fortnite, right? Or for those that really want to learn what the medallions do. But unfortunately, the medallions were so broken that they vaulted the medallions and zero build on regular mode. So the only way you could get these medallions is actually playing ranked. So every time you go to a POI and you fight a queen, instead of dropping a medallion with a mythic, it's just a mythic gun. So if you guys didn't know, you could still go to the queen and kill her, right, and get a mythic, just depending on what POI you land. So if you know your map, right, and you know what's around you and you know where to land to get what specific gun you want, let's say, for example, if you land on the hive, you will know to go there, because if you defeat the queen, you will get a mythic revolver. Once again, if you want to go back and watch my first video, it will show you every gun that you get, every medallion that drops from the queen, and what every medallion does. And man, you won't get disappointed. You will definitely learn a lot from that. And something else on the map, right? Something else on the map knowledge that I wanted to also cover, right? Especially when you're jumping off from the bus, right? If you know your map and you actually learned your map and where our actual things are, you know where you will land. Like, let's say, for example, right now, I know if I go here to Stormy Stash, it will be a good spot to like literally land for loot. It gives you beautiful loot. You get OXR chests. You could get the golden bubbles, golden pillars, and then you could get like max shield right away. You could get a couple golden pillars actually. And dude, and you're right next to the OXR HQ, or you could go to the hive. So it's a great spot for me. It's one of my favorite spots to land. If you guys want to go ahead and give it a try, get ahead. But another spot that has a lot of loot is this area over here where I call Rainbow Fields. Rainbow Fields is a good spot. You go over there, like, you know, if I know my map knowledge. If I ever go over there, I know it's a good spot to land for loot. And of course, go to the POIs, right? Dystopia City, you go to Demon's Debris, the Hive, Range of Ruins. Not too big fan of the Range of Ruins, but more of a Hive person, more Demon Debris person. Landing out here, Shiny Shaft, they have some pretty good loot, but it's kind of scarce. But Supernova, good spot to land, capture the flag there, a lot of loot. But yeah, man, like that's a one big pointer that I'm actually happy that I was able to actually show you guys that. And yeah, man, let's move on to the next tip. All right, guys, tip number 4. So I think this tip has took me so far as well, man. Like I said, all my tip has took my game to a whole other level, and I'm guaranteeing you, if you actually master these tips and these things that I'm actually trying to help you with, and mind you, right, this is just my opinion, this is just my knowledge of what I've been learning on this game, is actually knowing your loadout. Know your loadout. So for example, right, look at my loadout. I have a assault rifle, right? I have a record revolver, which is probably the best game, if not, best gun in the game right now at the moment, if not one of the best guns in the game. And to my opinion, I think this is the best gun in the game. And then a shotgun, right? You gotta always make sure. So, and you always gotta make sure you know your loadout, right? You got your utility, you got your health, what they do, what everything does, right? What color is stronger than the other. So for those that don't know, my actual Sentinel, Blue Sentinel, is actually stronger than a Blue Sentinel pump shotgun. So this gun that I have right here is actually stronger than other shotguns at a higher color. So you gotta make sure that when you're looking at your loadout and what you're grabbing, you're playing at your play style, right? So if you're more of a long range play style, then obviously you want to look for, you know, go towards where you want to know and what area of the map you know you could get the sniper better. You know, now that they added the sniper back. Me personally, I'm more of a 2-gun guy, and everything is utility and health. But sometimes when I don't find enough utility, I end up throwing an extra shotgun in there just so I can have the double bump. Like, you know, I can just have that double pump, and just for safety. But really, I'm more of a Tiger play style. If you guys don't know what that is, like I said, right below right here will be my video from my first video, like that. You can see what type of play styles. There's different type of play style that Toby One showed me. So shout out to Toby One. But yeah, man. So knowing your loadout is so important, dude. Another thing about your loadout, if you guys didn't know, you can actually press if you play on a controller, right? If you play on a controller, you could just press the up directional button on the PS5, and you can actually press the L2 and inspect your gun. So it tells you what the gun do and what the fire rate is, damage, magazine size, reload time. So it tells you how fast your gun reloads, how much damage your gun reloads. So for you guys that don't know, the OXR, the green OXR is actually the green OXR is actually still stronger than the blue hollow. So you gotta know your loadout, what you have, because those things will specifically help you enhance your game, because of the fact that that this gun is stronger, you picking up the right weapons for your play style, and also as well where to place your loadout, right? So if you're more of a shotgun, like what I'm saying, I will say more of like an aggressive type player. If I was you, I will do this. I will have my revolver here, enter the game with a shotgun, right? And then assault rifle, right? But me, I'm more of a tiger play style, so I could have either way. That's the great thing, right? I could be aggressive, I could be defensive, but me, I like to hunt. So me, I like to see what my surrounding, use my environment, use my map, right? Let's get out of here, guys, because somebody's trying to blow me up, right? And use your environment and actually use that to your advantage, right? So me, I'm a just type of player that I like to look. I hear it. It's coming from over here. And I know this gun is really good at long range, right? I know this gun is really good at long range, so I will keep my distance and trying to get him at an angle. And zoning is which is something that I want to get into the next tip, right? It's just about game set. So at this point, I kind of got movement, I got health, and I got utility. So at this point, I'm okay now, and I will use two guns. So, but if you're more of an aggressive player, then obviously you will carry more shotguns, double pump shotgun, and probably keep your loadout, placing your loadout, your assault rifle more at the third string, meaning where my med miss is at right now. And I think that's oh crap. I wasted my stamina trying to explain this, and they're trying to interrupt my video here. Damn. I don't know where that guy's coming from. Oh, I see him. People are trying to shoot me from everywhere. Got him. And that's how you use that. You use game. And that's the next tip I want to get to. Me doing that right there showed you a little bit what I'm going to be talking to you on the next tip. One more thing before we get to the next tip as well. I forgot to mention. Spotting, putting your spots where your loadout, putting your weapons or your utilities and med miss according to how you play either keyboard or mouse or controller is so crucial, because this becomes a habit, right? You want to either turn left, turn right, go left or right on the loadout section, right? You want to make a left or right on my analog. You want to make sure either your next gun is either next to the next gun that you need to be, or your utility is closer than it's supposed to be, and so forth and so forth. And the more you know your loadout, the more where you want to place your things on your loadout section, your game will get better, will be more smoother, much be faster. And you will be able to react to your loadout faster, and knowing where things are at. Because I can't stress this enough, guys, where it's like I've been in situations where I actually lost battles and fights because for example, I'll show you guys right now. Say for example, this guy is coming right here, right? And I'm using this, and if for some reason I would have had wasted my ammo and I wasn't able to finish, and it would have been like a close range battle, I would have switched to my health kit because I'm so used to having a shotgun on my second slot. You know what I mean? So it just depends on what you guys play on. So I will recommend to know where your stuff are at all times. Like that, you would know where got him. That's a nice kill for you guys. So like that, you guys will always be ready for battle. And let's do this little special effect here that I have that I want to actually you know, get in with you guys. What's up, guys? So you guys don't know, the other tip in the middle is I have a live. I live for Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, guys. Go ahead and be welcome to join my lives. I do ranked solo 0 builds from Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And also as well, I do Sunday fun days on Sunday. Sunday fun day. You know what I'm saying? So tune into that, guys. And you know what time it is. It's time to lock into everything, man. Let's get to the next tip and final tip. All right, guys. Tip number 5, man. And last and final tip to show you guys. And we're almost at the end of the video. So if you guys haven't liked, comment, and subscribe, and share this video yet, come on, man. Support your boy a little bit. You know what I mean? But tip number 5, man, is going to be game sense. So I'm still learning a lot about Fortnite. And of course, I love this game. But it takes a lot to learn game sense. And I mean by actually knowing your surroundings, knowing your map, knowing your movement, how much stamina you should be using, how to use vehicles to your advantage. And I'm telling you, all these tips that I've been giving you from 1 through 4, it all sums up to this last tip, right? So you add all those tips plus this, which means, and by game sense, I will say, is knowing your surroundings, right? So say for example, what I mean by game sense is if you're fighting somebody, right? And if you're battling somebody, I will say zoning is one of the most important things to learn as a Fortnite player. If you learn how to zone, like, I'm not gonna lie, if you are zoning your player correctly and you're most likely like 70%, and I don't know the exact percentage, but from what I've known and from what I've played against other people, like, I'm not gonna lie, 70% of the time, if I'm zoning correctly, I'm winning that battle. I'm winning that fight. I'm winning that gunfight. So zoning, meaning, so let's say you're fighting somebody, right? And things are going crazy. You shockwave, and you see your surrounding. Okay, you see this rock over here. Okay, let's go to this rock, right? And let's take cover. And your zone. Now you had a higher advantage than your player, than him being over there and him shooting at you, right? Now you could just move easily back, and it will be harder for him to shoot at you because now you're playing with the actual level of the mountain, right? And then if he try to come in closer, you could go up here and try to right peek him, right? Right peeking. And then if you guys have noticed, you haven't noticed yet, there's this X right here that shows you that you can't shoot. So if you shoot, you'll be shooting the rock. So if there's no X, you're shooting at the opponent, right? And let's get out this storm, because I'm literally doing this video mid game for you guys. So if scenario actually comes up, and I can show you guys even better, right? So, right, on this point, right, so zoning is super important because you kind of want to have you want to be at higher grounds than your opponent, so you can have a better advantage to actually shoot them. So right now, see, let's say, for example, if somebody comes and trying to meet me, they will be at a huge advantage because they are higher grounds. So see, he has that gun that I can't. So yeah, so right there, he was at a huge advantage, and that's the new exotic Eradicator Fury that allows you to shoot, and you can go all the way up, You could go all the way up, like a Flowberry Fizz, like a Flowberry. I think it's called Flowberry Fizz, and you could go all the way up and have huge advantage. So that zoning right there, it's impeccable, right? Like that thing right there, it's massive, right? So having a higher ground on your opponent is so important. It makes you win most, like 70% of your battles. So, and then you add that to your right peak, right? Using your right peak. So, okay, guys. So right here, I want to show you guys. So using your right peak, look, using your right peak, coming right here. Using your right peak. Make sure you use your right peak at all times. So that's actually knowing your surroundings. So somebody else is swimming here. You'll come back behind this building right here. Use your right peak, and use this thing right here to right peak him. Right peak him right there. See somebody else right there. Right peak. You know, and use this to your advantage, guys. So like that, your opponent. And sorry, guys, I got into some scuffle here. We gotta eliminate some guys. We gotta smoke them up. But using that right peak, man, is so crucial, dude. It will help you so much, especially in tight spots. Like, in tight spots, guys, like, dude. Man, that's helped me so much. So, like, let's say, for example, you was in here, right peeking, right? And you're battling somebody. Right peeking, right peek. Right peek, trying to come in and out, right, in and out, and use your sprints, right? You come in and out, boom, right? So right peeking is so important, right, boom, right, and you go back, boom, and you shoot again, and then you come back out, boom, and you shoot again. So if you actually go back to one of my shorts and you actually watch my gameplay, I use that so much as helped me take advantage of the battle and my wins. Has made me win games. Like, you don't understand, guys. Like, those things are important. So what's zoning and right peeking, man, it will elevate your game to the next level for sure. And I'm not gonna say this is gonna make you a pro, right? But it will definitely get you better at Fortnite. It will definitely make you understand where your surroundings better, where to jump. So if somebody's following you, you will come back right here and you have another right peek right here. You got something else to cover you, right? You got something else to cover you. You got some, you keep right, like it's so good, like, you know. And those things right there will definitely help you, man. And I hope all these tips that I've been actually showing you guys help you in some way or somehow to actually make your game better. I just hope, man. And in the future, if you guys actually watch this video and you think this will help you, or you think my information is actually helpful, comment below. You know, just comment below on this video, and let me know of those things that, if you already know, that has helped you so much win games and win battle royales. Especially, I play zero build, so it's helped me so much, right? Because in zero build, to be honest, it's all about gunfight. And it's not no building, right? It's all about gunfight, having precision, and using your surroundings in your areas to actually learn how to fight and actually win battles better. So in this situation, if you're fighting somebody right here and they're like up here, I'm sorry. Hold on, let me mark this real quick. So up there and you're right here, right? This person it's like a 50-50 battle because we're kind of on the same level, same zone, right? But I have cover. So he has really no cover. He could just push back and go backwards. and just run away and have a better fleet. But in zero build, if your aim is precise and you tagging him real good and you getting those headshots and he starts running away, then at that point he's at a disadvantage because now he has an open field. You see, knowing your surroundings is so important. So I'd rather pick this area right here 1000%, where if he's shooting me from right here, I'll be able to move over here and take cover again. So to me, right peeking and knowing your surroundings and using your game sense, right, and seeing your opponent, how they actually fight against you. So, right, and what I mean by that, knowing what your opponent, how your opponent is actually playing, right? If your opponent is not rushing you, right, all these things are gonna help you out in some way and somehow. So knowing your loadout and where you place your loadout is gonna be super important, because if this player knows how to play a dragon style that I've learned from Toby 1, and they're super aggressive, then you will have to get ready with your shotgun and be able to maneuver and be able to break angles, use your movement, and learn how to actually put your stamina together to be able to break their camera, dodge bullets, and get to better zoning. So if he was to rush right there in this moment, obviously at this point of the game, I will probably have like a shockwave or something like that. But in this moment, I don't have anything. I will try to like use my revolver as much as I can, so like that could keep it as far as possible, because my revolver, and once again, knowing your loadout, and tip number 4, right? Knowing your loadout, this thing is hitting for 73 damage. So if you're close to me and I'm hitting you, right, I'm keeping you at a bay. So like that, you don't come close to me, rather than hitting you with something like this, or an assault rifle that I have to be a little bit more locked in, right? He'll be able to sway, go left and right on me, rather than if I hit you once and you come too close, I'll keep you at a bay, you know, and I'm still using my right peek, you know? So it's so important to actually know your game sense, and putting all these tips together to actually elevate your game to the next level, right? Once again, I don't want to make this video to say, hey, this is gonna make you a pro. Hey, Dark Legend, man, like, you know, I thought this was supposed to make me a pro. No, this is what I've learned so far, and watching other great players and other I would say great players. I wanted pro players. I would say Nick 830. I guess Peter Bot, but he plays build. But I watch more zero build players. So like, you know, you got Savage Mike, or Mike Savage. I forgot what his name is. We got Prospering. He's one of my favorite streamers, and I'm a streamer myself. But you know, you gotta learn from all this stuff. And then you got, of course, Toby 1 Shinobi. He does these great, amazing tutorials as well. If you guys want to go and go to his channel and learn some more of different type of styles that you can play, more than welcome to, man. I'm not here to hold information. I'm not here to make you a pro. I'm here to get your game better from what I've learned in my journey. And yeah, man, I hope these tips actually help you guys out. And to be honest, man, and if it does, please come back to this video and comment below and say, hey, man, thank you. You know what I'm saying? And hey, man, this worked out for me. Hey, man, this actually has helped me in the past. Like, please, I would like to know, because this is what I've gotten better because of this, you know. And then obviously knowing your loadout, right? Knowing what kind of utilities you have, what kind of consumables, learning how to actually use your loadout to your advantage, to increase your movements, to do everything, man. You know, so that's why I love this game so much, because everything comes to a whole in one. So like knowing all that stuff, everything puts your game so much better. Learning how to, you know, not jumping, not sliding and jumping, taking your stamina right away, rather than let me regain my stamina real quick. Whoops. Right? Rather than actually just sliding through the map and you're ready for a confrontation at any given point on the game. So, man, I hope this video actually helps you guys out. And in no way, please don't take this as in like, oh, I'm a pro player, or I'm trying to make you guys a pro. It's just 5 tips that has helped me in my journey in Fortnite become better at this game. And you guys can see, man, you guys could go back to my shorts. And I actually earlier in this video, I won a crown royale. So it shows that learning these tips definitely help gain and increase your win percentage. So I hope, like, once again, I can't stress this enough. I hope these 5 tips help you in your future in Fortnite, man. I hope you guys stay blessed. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your week. I drop videos every Tuesday to try to at least try to help you some way and somehow from what I've learned in my experiences. So stay tuned to my channel. If you guys like what you watch, man, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, baby, please. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm joking, guys. I don't beg. But if you, like I said, man, if you guys like what you're watching, go ahead, like, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, smoke that like button. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, comment below and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay tuned to this channel, man. You know what time it is. Deuces.